Thank you for organizing this.
Well, Representative DeLauro, let me just state that the people of Connecticut are so fortunate to have you bring your voice to this chamber to speak so effectively and so nobly for the workers of this country. The people of this country, beyond Connecticut, prosper from your advocacy and your passion. We respect that. But, you know, all people who are tuned into this discussion, those who have heard about it in other dialogue, need to call their representatives. Where are you on Fast Track?
Bingo.
A great number of us, Democrats in this House, have come together saying we're for growing paychecks. We want to strengthen that paycheck. We've stood for increasing the minimum wage, but we talk about the median wage. Let's strengthen that. Let's make certain there's an opportunity to say, here's how it could be better. Here's what you're skipping. You're walking past the currency manipulation issue, which is one of the biggest concerns right now.
Amen.
And, you know, as you pointed out, trade deficits have put the biggest dent into the American economy. And if we continue this, you know, those who don't learn from history are bound to repeat it.
That's right.
And what we have here is an opportunity to learn from history that there have been all these negative outcomes. We've flattened, if not gone south with the middle class income, all because we've sent out of our country's borders these sound manufacturing jobs. And you know, you talked about all these impacts, and I know where your heart is on social and economic justice. What are we doing to people with 4 TPP negotiating partners in Vietnam, Malaysia, Mexico, and Peru? We're using forced labor or child labor in violation of international standards, as reported by the United States Department of Labor in their report of list of goods produced by child labor or forced labor. We've got a situation where there are not unions allowed in Vietnam, a communist country. If it's allowed, it's done with government sanction. They can't speak outside of those given standards. If they do, they're persecuted or jailed. Others have died. We've got documentation of how many union activists have been murdered and how many of those issues have been resolved. How many of those reviews by the judicial process or whatever system in their country would prosecute. None of these, a very few, have been resolved. So it's not just the economic consequences, it's the social injustice that we can allow with these contracts. So I thank you. I know we've been joined by Representative